Now then, Dmitri, you know how we've always talked about the possibility of something going wrong with the missiles. The missiles, Dmitri. The nuclear missiles. Well, now what happened is one of our base commanders, he had he went a little funny in the head. You know, just a little funny. And he went and did a silly thing. Well, I'll tell you what he did. He ordered his silos to attack your country. Well, let me finish, Dmitri. Let me finish, Dmitri. Well, how do you think I feel about it? Can you imagine how I feel about it, Dmitri? Why do you think I'm calling you? Just to say hello? Of course I like to speak to you. Of course I like to say hello. It's a friendly call. Of course, it's a friendly call. Well, I'm sorry as well. I'm as sorry as you are, Dmitri. Don't say that you're more sorry than I am, because I'm capable of being just as sorry as you are. So we're both sorry, all right? All right. Welcome to Mike's Gaming Gala. I'm Mike, and this week we're looking at Missile Domination for the Intellivision from Intellivision Revolution. Missile Domination comes in a flip-top box with a professionally printed manual, overlays, and a JLP-style cartridge. Now it should be noted that the label on this cartridge is just the end label and not the full one we usually see on this style of cart. A lot of games from Intellivision Revolution use the original style carts, so it's my guess that these labels were meant for those and Rev was just using his old stock of stickers. No big deal to me, as it means that no original game was harvested for this homebrew, but I just thought I'd mention it. Alright, that's the packaging, so let's take a look at the game. After the splash screen, we get this nice title screen with Missile Domination being destroyed by explosions, followed by the menu. Here you have a choice between 1 or 2 players, and of course, some options. Actually, a load of options, which is nice. Options here are your difficulty level, the number of cities that you have to defend, the shape of your crosshair, the points required to earn a bonus city, and my favorite, your launch type. There are 3 launch types. Normal is like the arcade, in that you can control each of your missile silos individually using the 3 action buttons. Nearest reduces that to a single button press that will fire from the silo nearest to your crosshair. And single plays more like the Atari 2600 version, where you have just one silo in the middle and all your missiles fire from there. When you start the game, if you haven't guessed it already, this is a port of Missile Command. The goal of the game is to defend your cities from incoming missiles by intercepting them with your own. You do this by moving your cursor around the screen and firing. But you have to lead your shots to hit the origin point of the missile path. While other versions of this game have comparatively fast shots with generous explosion durations to help you catch them, this version I felt like your shots were a little slower and the explosions are brief. Meaning in order to succeed, you have to be very accurate with where you place your missiles. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it certainly takes some getting used to. I found after a couple of minutes, I got used to it. As you progress, you'll encounter more and more difficult stages with different enemies such as homing bombs that require even more accurate shots to destroy, as well as airplanes and spaceships that fly across the screen, and if you don't shoot them quickly enough, they shoot more missiles towards you. That's not to mention that incoming missiles begin to scatter as they descend towards you. If you don't shoot them quickly enough, you'll have to deal with many missiles instead of just the one. One thing to keep in mind while defending your cities is that your missile silos only have a set amount of missiles. And when they run out, you're left to the mercy of the incoming attack. In normal and nearest launch modes, those missiles are spread out between your 3 silos, while in single mode, they're all loaded into your center silo. As your cities are destroyed, you'll be able to focus your protection on what remains, meaning that some attacks can be ignored since they aren't threatening a viable target. Make sure to defend your silos though, they can be destroyed too. If they are, you lose all the missiles that they contained as well. Keep playing until all of your cities are destroyed, and make sure to take a picture of your high score if you want to show it off. This cartridge won't save it for you. And that's Missile Domination for the Intellivision. So what did I think? It's a simple but solid version of Missile Command. I was really glad to see it had a bunch of options for variety of gameplay. I especially liked the launch options. My favorite was single, as it's what I'm used to playing, but each launch mode has its own unique gameplay feel. Listen, this isn't the most exciting thing that Intellivision Revolution's ever released. If you didn't like Missile Command before, this game isn't going to change your mind. But, if you've always wanted to play it on the Intellivision, it's worth a look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this episode. I am really proud of that Dr. Strangelove intro. As always, I've got my information on the screen here if you want to contact me, and we'll see you next time on Mike's Gaming Gala.